How's it going, everybody? I'm the BTCReaper. My goal on this channel is to teach you how to reap the rewards of trading with the prices going up or down. So over on Dixie for the daily, we are continuing down toward that 54% probability of getting a higher low. I would watch if we don't hang up there, we could see a lower low, so that would be a crash out scenario. Again, Dixie does usually trade inverse for crypto, so if we did see this crash out, that could mean crypto would see a strong run up. Momentum does want to round away with a double red dot, that's our blue wave, as our VWAP is pushing below that neutral. If that VWAP continues to favor below neutral, momentum will continue lower, money flow will weaken, and price action will continue lower. Again, that could be positive for crypto. So over on Bitcoin futures for our dominance for the daily, we did get a little bit of a rejection here. We are continuing lower. I would watch. There is a potential we do get a pullback to around that 55% if you missed that from yesterday. Our stochastic does want to pull back, our size weakening, momentum does have bearish divergence highlighted by that red line, suggesting that we could end up breaking away, as when you get bearish divergence, you do typically spill away. Our VWAP is favoring bearish, money flow is in the green, but with that VWAP favoring bearish, it's likely momentum and money flow would continue lower. That would mean Bitcoin could continue to gain less than our altcoins, and we could continue to see some sort of mini alt season here. That would be positive. That would push us toward that 936 here. So we did make a bounce and a confirmation of our support level. I would watch for a long upper shadow. If we get a long upper shadow, there is a high chance of pulling back and getting a higher low. If we get a higher low, that's not the end of the world, because we could make a bullish continuation, continue forward, and then just see a retracement of these gains. Remember, when you do push up very quick, usually you do get a retracement. We did get a little bit of consolidation, but not very much. So I would watch that very close. VWAP is in the bullish territory, momentum is pushing up, and money flow is in the green. So we do look positive on the daily. Watch the lower time frame, see if they hold bullish in order for that positivity to continue. So kind of hard to see. We do have a potential to continue a bounce up. We did pretty much fill that, and there was a potential to pull back. So we did pretty much fill both our probabilities on the 1 hour. We really don't have any probabilities to watch. As we make a consolidation move here, we could make a symmetrical triangle or a bullish bull flag that could try to push up. We do have lower highs and higher lows, so we could make a triangle, or we could see some consolidation, make a flag, and then push forward. Ideally, that VWAP is remaining bullish, so if we continue to get higher highs, we have a slightly higher high here. So if we can get higher highs and continue above bullish territory, momentum will make a bounce, money flow will remain green, and higher time frames will continue to pump up. So over on Bitcoin futures for the daily, we do have that 77% chance to still make it pull back. That would fill that gap. Ideally, we would fill that gap. Gaps do typically have about 80% chance to fill, and that does kind of line up right with that margin. So stochastic is pulling back, our size starting to pull back, momentum wants to round with the red dot, and VWAP is in the bearish territory, so I would exercise caution. Money flow is in the green, so we do look positive though. Over on the 1 hour, if we zoom in, there's quite a bit going on here as well. There was a chance we did push up to around like this 91K. We are trying to hold that range. We need this higher low to be followed with a higher high, so we would need to continue toward 95K if we're going to see further bullish momentum and try to continue toward 100K like everyone's been asking in the Discord if that could happen. Join that link either in the comment or in the link down below. So we did try to push forward. We are seeing some consolidation move here. Watch that consolidation. Again, that could try to make a bull flag to try to run us up. So we could see some sort of a consolidation zone like right in, let's see, map it out. So right in here we could say, there may be a few times we manipulated this zone, and then that would be a very big bull flag. So the pull would be from here to here, and then we could measure that pull outward, and that would be a push to around 108K. So just above that 100K possibility. Our stochastic is running up, RSI is pretty flat, VWAP is trying to hold bullish. Watch that VWAP, it needs to favor more bullish and continue a break up if we're going to see a push forward, because this would be our third touch to the top, and if we do not break out and hold, right here was a chance, if we do not break out and hold, then we could pull back, invalidate the flag, and then continue lower. So watch that VWAP close, especially since it wants to make a lower high here. So over on Bitcoin, probably very similar to futures, as futures does lead Bitcoin, so I would exercise caution on that. Our stochastic does want to drop, RSI is weakening, money flow is pulling back, VWAP is weakening, and momentum and our money flow are weakening due to the VWAP favoring bearish. Remember, if that VWAP continues lower on lower time frames, we could continue lower toward that lower, higher low possibility. So yeah, over on Bitcoin, we do have some sort of a consolidation range here as well. That could be making that larger flag to push toward that 100K range. But again, watch that VWAP. VWAP does have short waves here, and it does want to favor bearish. If that VWAP starts to favor bearish here, there is a chance we would pull back toward 86K, and then we could break down if we do not hold that 86K and make a bounce back toward it. Momentum is starting to push down. Money flow is in the red. So again, watch that VWAP close. If it favors bearish, we could see a rejection from this range. Over on graph for the daily, we are seeing a push forward. We do have a probability 50% to pull down to 16,207 and a 50% to push to the value area low. We did get about half of the move toward that 2779. That was a 44% chance. So I would exercise caution. Things do look like they could start to lose some steam. So we may see some retracements. Our stochastic is trying to push up. Momentum is gaining strength. VWAP is bullish and money flow is in the green. We will get on our trading as well just after we get to our altcoins. So we will cover, if we look at our Bitcoin, so we'll have to, kind of hard to see. I'll have to move this out of the way here. So excuse me while I do that. So you can see our positions down here. So we have our Bitcoin, we have our algo, and we have our Ondo. So I'd say we could take our profit on Bitcoin. Right now, our take profit was around 95K. So you could move that down if you would like. If you're saying, hey, I want to take these profits and lock them in, we did get about $90 in profits. You could draw that down, modify it. And then if we made a spike up toward that 90K level, we could push up since we do see some indecision. You could even try to pull it down toward where we are. Won't let me do that. So you would want to pull it down close to where price action is. Try to get that right there. And then that would fill for you. So we will take some profit on our algo and on our Ondo as well because we have seen decent pushes there. But back to graph, we will close this for now. And then we will drag this back for you guys to see. So over on Anchor for the daily, we did push forward. We did try to break that 34.85 like we said to watch for, but we got a rejection. So I would watch as now it's mapping out that we could see a push down and we may not feel that 40%. It's now at 40 cents is now at 40%. So momentum does want to push up. VWAP is overall pulling back. I would exercise caution on that. RSI is pushing up and money flow does want to lose strength. So I would exercise caution. Over on the 1 hour here, we do have some consolidation. Again, a consolidation after a push up could create a bull flag, but we are a little high for that bull flag to happen. This would be pretty much the flag right in here and then a breakup from it. Stochastic does want to push up. Momentum is gaining strength. VWAP is pushing forward and money flow is in the green, but with that VWAP starting to pull back, I would watch momentum and money flow close because if that VWAP breaks down, we could end up rolling away. So over on XRP, hop over to the daily here. We did see a pretty strong run up here as well. Again, much like the last few days, it does show a big probability that we would pull back toward that golden pocket area. Our momentum does have a double red dot. VWAP is pulling back. Money flow is in the green, so I would watch. If that VWAP continues to break down, then we could end up seeing momentum drop and money flow could weaken, so watch lower time frames. Over on the 1 hour here, we do have a bit of consolidation. One viewer did point out there was a symmetrical triangle on lower time frames. Let's see if there is anything here on this 1 hour. So this 1 hour, you could still have that very similar symmetrical triangle. And then that would be a 50-50 pattern. But since it's coming from a break up, it's also a bull pendant. So if we can grab that line proper, that bull pendant could shoot us way high. A symmetrical triangle breakdown would put us, you'd measure half and then apply that down. That could be a retest of about $1, where our breakup potential would be $1.55, $1.54. So there would be quite the breakup potential here, providing we can continue forward. Again, I did mention to them that you would want to trade on the breakout. So you would want to get to the upper side, fill this $1.16, see a retest and a bounce, and then continue past that $1.23. Our stochastic does want to round. VWAP is starting to pull back. Momentum is rounding. Our side does want to push down. So I would watch, but again, watch if we hold on that upper side. If we do, we may have a strong run up. If you're in it for the long term, DCA in, DCA out. So over on algo for the daily, we will take our profits here. So we will just get this out of the way, get that out of the way. So we will take our profits, move this up. So algo, we do have about $3 profit, nothing too exciting. We bought about 100 algo. That profit I really won't really take. That's not too worth it. We may say we take some of it, but really we just bought in, I think, like right at this line, and we saw this run up. So we didn't get quite a push forward. We did get a good move percentage wise. So percentage wise is what you would want to focus, because we did put $18 in and we got $3. So that way, if you're looking at it like that, that is a pretty decent move, and you could end up taking your profit. So if we do take profit, let's say we want it, we're at 0.2167. Oops. So you do 0.2167, hit enter. There we go, took our profit. Bitcoin, you could say if you want to do Bitcoin and you're trying to take profit at the exact price, we're at 90590.7. We jumped up. So 90632.9. Modify, take profit. So that's a pretty good margin there, as well as we're trading with very small amounts. So that could be how you would want to take your profits right now. So we do have Ondo that is in a pretty decent mark, that is above. So we would take profits there as well. We don't really have much in it. We did make 14 cents on it though, despite only having like 2 coins. So over on algo, we are seeing a pretty decent push up. That momentum does want to round away. VWAP is overall starting to weaken. Watch that VWAP close on lower time frames, because if it continues to weaken, then we could continue lower and see a round down here. Over on the 1 hour, our side is pretty flat. Stochastic's losing strength. If that stochastic cannot get back above 30 and hold, then RSI and price will fall. VWAP is struggling to hold bullish. If that VWAP does not hold bullish and get a higher high here, momentum will continue to weaken, money flow will remain red, and since it has been red for quite some time, that will start to weaken higher time frames, and that could cause us to retrace our gains here. So back to Ondo, since we have that trade position, we'll see how we did. We are right around $1, so we did say there was about $1.04, $1.05 mark. We did get about $1.02. We didn't have our trade position in to take profit there, so I am going to take our profit now. That's why you want to set your take profits ahead of time and not just do it whenever you feel like, because then you're going to miss out. Where if you had it at that dollar mark or something, you could have had your profits automatically taken. And see, now we're kind of at the mercy of this candle fluctuating here. So we will leave that, as I'm not too concerned. This is paper money, but we did make about $66 just starting this week, just doing small stupid trades based on this little indicator here and our other indicators. So this strategy is working, is something you can make money with. That is what we're trying to demonstrate. So over on the 1 hour, we do have sideways momentum. Again, that sideways momentum after a push forward could create a bull flag to give us a bigger push forward, so you may want to move that back up to that higher probability. We do still have that 104 probability. We just didn't get there yet. Momentum does want to round away. VWAP is starting to struggle. That's why I would watch. If that VWAP continues to struggle, then we could end up breaking down. So momentum is rounding, VWAP's pulling back. If that continues, money flow could go in the red, and if that money flow holds in the red, then we would end up breaking down and seeing lower price action. Thank you for watching tonight's video. I hope you have a great night. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and join